This module explored the essential laws, principles, and practices surrounding vacant land in Arizona, a subject of major importance for real estate professionals working with undeveloped property, agricultural land, or large rural parcels. Each section of this module built upon the last, forming a comprehensive understanding of how vacant land is legally defined, transferred, subdivided, and disclosed within the framework of Arizona real estate law and constitutional mandates. The module began by explaining adverse possession, a legal doctrine which allows someone who openly, continuously, and hostilely occupies land without the owner's permission for at least 10 years to potentially gain legal ownership. This principle ensures that landowners remain vigilant in asserting their property rights while also recognizing long-term occupiers who maintain and improve neglected land. Closely related to this concept is the recognition of prescriptive easements, where continuous and visible use of another's property for a specific purpose, such as access or utilities, may eventually result in a legal right to continue that use without granting ownership. The module also covered the implications of crop rights, which are particularly relevant to agricultural real estate transactions. Crop rights determine ownership of planted crops when a property is sold or leased. Unless otherwise stated in the contract, growing crops typically belong to the person who planted them. But contracts must clearly specify who has the right to harvest and when. Understanding crop rights prevents disputes between buyers, sellers, and tenants in farm transactions. In discussing land structure and contiguity, the module defined contiguous as parcels of land that physically touch or share a common boundary. This concept becomes crucial in subdivision and zoning determinations, as contiguous parcels under common ownership may be considered a single property for development purposes under Arizona law. A significant portion of the module was devoted to state trust land, governed by Article 10 of the Arizona Constitution. Arizona's state trust land is not public land in the traditional sense. It is held in trust for the financial benefit of public institutions, primarily public schools, managed by the Arizona State Land Department. These lands cannot be sold or leased without adhering to strict constitutional and statutory requirements, ensuring fair market value and open competition. Understanding state trust land law helps real estate professionals recognize that these lands cannot be conveyed, subdivided, or developed like privately owned property. The module also distinguished between subdivided land and unsubdivided land, both of which are regulated. Subdivided land consists of 6 or more lots, each less than 36 acres, while unsubdivided land refers to parcels between 36 and 160 acres. Both require different forms of public reports, which disclose critical facts about the property to potential buyers, including access, utilities, flood hazards, and use restrictions. These reports are designed to protect consumers from fraud and ensure full transparency in land sales. In transactions involving unimproved, subdivided lots or unsubdivided land, buyers are granted rescission rights, allowing them to cancel the contract within a specified timeframe, generally 7 calendar days after receipt of the public report. This right gives purchasers time to review the disclosures and confirm their understanding before finalizing a purchase of raw or undeveloped land. The module also emphasized the purpose and requirements of an affidavit of disclosure, as outlined in ARS, paragraph 33-422. This affidavit is required when selling 5 or fewer parcels of land in an unincorporated area and provides essential information about the property's physical condition, access, flood zones, water supply, and utility availability. It must be recorded along with the deed and delivered to the buyer before closing, ensuring informed consent in rural land transactions. Expanding on disclosure responsibilities, the module explored the Real Estate Commissioner's authority regarding public reports and the mandatory military airport disclosure under ARS, Paragraph 28, 8484, M32, 123.05. When a subdivision is located near a military airfield, such as Luke Air Force Base or Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, the developer must include a notice in the public report warning of potential aircraft noise, vibration, and overflight. This protects both buyers and Arizona's defense operations from future disputes related to land encroachment. Finally, the module examined the rectangular survey system, which provides the foundation for all land descriptions in Arizona. The Gila and Salt River baseline and meridian, intersecting near Avondale, serve as the principal reference points for all surveys in the state. Land is divided into townships and ranges, each 6 miles square, and further subdivided into sections. Mastery of this system allows real estate professionals to accurately interpret legal descriptions and locate property within Arizona's Public Land Survey System, PLSS. In summary, all tied together, the legal, constitutional, and procedural framework governing vacant land in Arizona. From adverse possession and crop rights to subdivision disclosures, state trust land rules, and rectangular surveys, each topic reinforced the critical role of due diligence, lawful disclosure, and geographic understanding in every land transaction. Key takeaways: adverse possession and prescriptive easements establish rights through continuous use or occupation. Crop rights must be clearly defined in contracts to prevent disputes. Contiguity determines whether parcels are treated as one property for development. Article 10 of the Arizona Constitution regulates the use and sale of state trust land. Subdivided and unsubdivided land differ by parcel size and have distinct disclosure obligations. Public reports and affidavits of disclosure safeguard buyers of raw land. Military airport disclosures protect buyers and preserve military operations. The Gila and Salt River baseline and meridian provide Arizona's surveying foundation. By mastering these principles, Arizona real estate professionals ensure compliance with state and federal law, protect their clients' interests, and uphold the integrity of the profession when dealing with vacant and undeveloped land.